This is on Paddock, and this is his birthday was, of course, April 9th, 1953, and he's the Las Vegas mass murderer. His usual lineup, if you put all his numbers, which are his planets, it's astronumerology, into a line, normally he's kind of like a very angry person when it comes to either his siblings, young people, family situations. He's very intelligent because he's got the two nines, even though it makes somebody a little fanatical, it also gives him a lot of intelligence. When he's always suspicious of anything that's changing. That's why the zero's in the five position. He doesn't particularly care for travel too much, and he doesn't like change very much. He has a problem with adaptability normally. What's always on his mind is like property and things like that, very property-oriented person. He has a lot of problems connecting with people. If you look at his heart line, it mainly has to do with changing locations, doing things, dealing with banking and financing, and that kind of thing is usually on his mind. Now, when you look at the 2017 cycle, which was from the end of 2016 to 2017, you'll notice that, see, this is the line of diplomacy, and this is called also the politicians' line, when politicians are known to be organized and diplomatic. So he really lacked diplomacy and organization in the 2017 cycle. He also would have been very angry about either a work situation or activity situation going on, would have angered him. And he would have sacrificed his plans to the plans or problems of people around him. A female would have benefited him. But just to go over here, he's in this period, which is all the zeros, he's not organized, not diplomatic, lacks tact, and it's a politician's arrow. So basically, when you have all zeros, it's the exact opposite. There's no diplomacy, there's no tact. He didn't care what people thought of him. Now, over here, this is the line of action. If you notice here, when you line up the planets, he was motivated into action, a call to action, a call to duty. But he had a lot of opposition where the four is, that's the planet Uranus, a lot of opposition with either money or groups of people and any meetings or get-togethers. That caused a lot of opposition because you have Uranus in the 8th house. If you notice that the 3 is in the 7th house, and he would get a benefit from a female, particularly anybody born December or Sagittarius, which could be the end of November, or a March or Pisces person, which could be the end of February too, would have given him some kind of a benefit. And basically, where you see the 5 in the 9th house, there was a lot of gossip or updates, changes or trips that all of a sudden came up. Because the 5 is in the 9th house. Now, when we look at his heart, this is called the line of willpower and determination. The thing that there's a lot of anger because all his planets and Mars are in the 4th house, which is the house of Uranus anyway, and he would be affected by Aries or Scorpio people born at the end of March or in April, and people born at the end of October or in November. And he would have gotten basically a favor from a trip or a change would have caused some kind of favor to him. And with family, there was some kind of a disconnect completely. Family or personal changes, when you have a 0, that's a real challenge. Particularly anybody that is born in May or Taurus people or October or Libra people, he would have like broken some kind of tie with them. Now, when we look down here, the line across, this is called the heart line. If you look here, the 1 and a 4 on the heart line, it was actually I should have put the 1 here, so I'll add it right now. But this is a 1 and a 4. Oops, let's get this one up there. That means he was juggling. Like I said, when you have a 1 and a 4, you have a lot of juggling going on. And basically, he was having a lot of partnership issues going on. There was a 0 in the second house, which is partnerships. And he was trying to juggle things going on, particularly with either a trip or a change going on. But having problems with partnerships, a lot of opposition about sacrificing either a money situation or some kind of gathering. So there would have been some kind of change or meeting, and a female is change of plans and places going on, and that he would have considered a sacrifice. So overall, you have this angry man that was in a period where he had no diplomacy. He was very angry. He had all this Mars planets in the fourth house, and also he had a 4 in the eighth house, which has to do with financial matters or gatherings of people. So he was set up to do this mentally. He was really, and he lacked all this tact and diplomacy, and he was somehow cut off from a family situation at the same time.